in front of them so that they don't get off the beaten path.
Right. I mean, well, a show could just as easily succeed about nothing as, you know,
Yeah.
everything. So it's all about.
And,
I believe there's an audience
you can put on there,
for
like,
every.
if stuck, go to this. No
Yeah.
matter what you're talking about, if you get stuck, bang, you go off into that. And when it refreshes your memory, you can flow right to it and say, and you go back, and while you're doing it, it may come back to what you were talking about and say, you go back to what I was talking about a few minutes ago. And
See, if
on
I
a
only made
broadcast like
sense,
that, you can do that.
if I only made sense, like if I was able to start a story, tell that whole story in its entirety, and then conclude it, and then go on to another story,
As time goes
I
on,
would
you'll
be the
get good
greatest
like
story
that.
ever told, because not only from the instant I spoke, I would captivate your very essence, and you would find yourself caught up in what I, waiting for.
Going along with you.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I basically, I grabbed you all and I threw you in my car, in my bus. I got a bus. It's a bus. And if you'll allow me the few minutes of time, just let me talk to you, and I'll take you places that you'll remember, have fond memories of, and you know what I mean. And it'll be just a few minutes.
Red
will,
stores pulling out.
Yep, red whoop whoop, trains getting ready to leave the station, ching ching. You know what I mean? Or then there'll be times I'll take you on Red's crazy train. You know what I mean? Something insane in the brain and the men.
Oh yeah,
or, yeah, or whatever. You know what I mean? Do the whole little thing, like, and do a little bit of a, I don't know, whatever. I mean, there's just too many things. Do
it'll
the
flow. Once you get going, you'll be.
Yeah,
you'll
like
surprise yourself.
Free flow. I know, huh? See, I know that too. There's a certain kind of confidence.
But you'll play it back and you look at it,
and then you'll go,
that?
"Yeah, dude.
That
See,
was
this
good.
is such a. I can't believe I didn't see this. You know what I mean? But luckily now I have, and it can only go up from here, friends. Only can go up from here.
And you'll see things that you might have got caught on, and you say,
Yeah.
next time I'll remember that. You don't have to go back and do it again. And next time I'll remember that. And then you come in the next day and tell you the next show. Say, yesterday we were talking about blah, blah, blah. And what the intention of that was blah, blah. And until next time on Red's Corner, you're just trying to go back to the other one and see what we were talking about.
Because that's actual programming, dude. That's fucking, that's content.
And people be wanting to go back and
see what happened with you.
Yeah. Well, can we get the last show? Can we upload the last show and see what he was talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Or the show before last?
Okay, friends, when here you were last.
Yeah. Last time the bus was turning, you guys thought we was going off a cliff, huh? Well, no.
Well, check it out. What happened?
We
He goes,
just
man.
made a sharp turn and...
Dude, I had one time when I was in jail. I should tell the story. What? Oh, it is. Oh, okay. Well, one time when I was in jail, like there was this guy that didn't like me, right? And he, everybody knew it or whatever. But he didn't like me for all the wrong reasons. He wasn't afraid of me. He wasn't, and in jail you gotta be kind of the manly, you know what I mean? Which, I never really saw eye to eye with, but hey. Anyways, so this guy didn't like me, right? Well, and I would have little get-togethers. I had been reading some books from Dean Koontz and Stephen King and stuff. And these guys didn't, they didn't like reading. They didn't care about reading. They didn't, you know what I mean? Or whatever. But because of the way I told stories, I was able to get a group of them. Now, mind you, you're not supposed to be in a collective, like a congregation, you know what I mean, type setting, but these guys would mill around me, you know what I mean, and the deputies would end up being like, what's going on here, what are you guys all together for? They go, man, he's telling us a story, and you know what I mean, and the deputies would be like, oh, well, go ahead and continue. So then I would be telling my story, right? And then before long, he's saying now he has to go because he has rounds to do. He can't be, but he can't deny that he wasn't caught up in what was taking place there. The story he wanted to hear. I don't know why. It's the special thing about me that
the emphasis you put on things, the edge that you put on things from your perspective.
Yeah, and
draw people in.
Because for me,
say, wow,
I feel I'm not doing you, my
about,
fans, or my or the people watching, any kind of justice if I'm not giving you every detail that to me plays a part. You know what I mean? How can you know the whole story if you haven't heard the whole part of it? You know what I mean? So and it's kind of to my detriment sometimes because I am long in the tooth.
And some people will get to a point where they realize, you know, he really said something today, or he's saying something right now.
Yeah.
Or they'll be saying, hey, hi, come inside, listen to this dude, man. This is Red's Corner. Who is he? Red's Corner. Man, just sit down and be quiet.
Yeah, see, they won't know why they want to share me with somebody else, but they know that they'll like me. There's something about me that they both will agree once they're given a chance that they, you know what I mean? And that's all that's one of my big things in life. I don't know why I'm always been I'm a people pleaser, you know what I mean? I derive great joy from that and satisfaction. And you know what? I'm saddened by what I see in the streets and in the world, and you know how man's inhumanity to man, and how, you know what I mean? I just wish everybody could see eye to eye, you know what I mean? Nobody is any better than anybody else, and we're all here struggling. Why can't it be together? You know what I mean? Why does it have to be, you know what I mean? But I understand special interests and yeah, you know what I mean? I understand that's life, but you know, dang, you know, if we're not all working to have something that's lasting here, you know what I mean, long after we're gone, then you know what I mean. The last thing I want to be is someone that contributes in a negative way to whatever we all call, you know, that's here. You know, I want to be a positive, and I will. I always have been. I always will be.
Hey, think of this. I think what Red has just said, what I picked up there is, how about this? When you're laying there and it's the last few minutes of your existence on this plane, planet, life, however you want to describe it, you know, Allah, Buddha, whoever. And all the things that you had an opportunity to do but didn't do are standing all around your bed looking at you. How you gonna feel? So in Red's case, Red's doing what Red needs to do and what Red wants to do. You ought to try it. Think about it. Don't let it sit back and pass you by.
Yeah.
And by following Red, listening to Red, that little bell may just go off and you say, you know, if you can do it, maybe I can do that. You might be an astronaut.
Huh.
You might be a football player or a track star.
Yeah, because
or you might be Joe Sixpack.
Everybody needs to hear that they're, you know, I mean, what's the true essence of a man's worth? When he's gone, what really is left of him, or what really has he passed on, or you know what I mean? I hope that when my time comes that, well, I already know, you know, what people will say of me after I'm gone is that he was a genuine and sincere person who cared and who loved freely everybody, no matter their you know, we're all man, and I loved all of us, and all I ever tried to do was the right thing, best I saw it, and if I saw somebody in need, I wouldn't just pass them by because they were in need and they needed somebody to care enough to put their selfish wants and needs aside and devote their full undivided attention to helping this person in whatever manner they needed, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know, and two, it's a big part of how I was raised, you know what I mean? My parents, you know, they were, I'm glad at a young age we were always reminding our parents, you know, that they could be proud of us. We would do things that would show them, you know, how, you know, well, this one time we went when we were kids, I don't know where we'd gone earlier, but we ended up at this diner and we all had bowls of chili, and it was cool because it was one of those old time diners. I mean, it was out in the middle of nowhere, and it was just, you know, it was like a train car or whatever out in the, you know. And anyways, we sat down. Well, as we walked in, there was 4 of us boys and mom and dad, and we were going in to be seated, and there was this family that had a couple of unruly children. They were just screaming and climbing all over the booths. They were just making a ruckus, and the parents weren't chastising them. They weren't really, I mean, they were letting them run rampant. And at one point, one of the waitresses came over and she said, said to my parents, it's so refreshing and so delightful to see such well-mannered children, you know what I mean? and she was speaking in direct reference to this lady's unruly. Now, why they hadn't gone over and asked them to quiet down or make their children behave or whatever was beyond.
Probably would have started a riot.
Yeah, probably. But you know what? That made, and I know it did, it made my parents feel so good because we were respectful. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. No, sir. You know what I mean? That's how it played a very significant role in our upbringing. So, you know, I mean, I don't believe that I've lost any of my ethics or morals. Certainly they've been compromised at times, but intact, they have remained. And it's made me a better person. I know, you know, my parents, well, my dad before he died, he was proud of me. And, you know, that was one of my biggest things was because I was an addict, that the guilt kept me away from my father. And it was the shame. And when all along it was needless because my dad never judged me. He told me in his dying day that, you know, he was always proud of me and that I had been a good son when I thought I hadn't. And, you know, he made right for me what all those years I had wasted. It was time I could have spent in his company and learning the things he wanted to share and you know what I mean? And so that's a big regret of mine. But you know what? I know he's in a better place and hopefully I'll be there soon, and you know what I mean. But you know, I was blessed in the household I was raised in. So, okay, we're gonna cut it down. Big Rob about to fell out. Ow, ow. The old timer needs a nap.